Alright gearheads, welcome back to the channel. We will discuss the open cockpit debate in Formula 1, and it's been a wild ride. We talked about the Halo's journey from controversial concept to championship lifesaver, and how IndyCars got a different approach with their aero screen. But put on your helmets, because there's more to this high-octane quest for the perfect cockpit protection system than meets the eye. Let's shift gears for a sec and imagine ourselves as F1 drivers. We're hurtling down the track at 200 miles per hour with G-forces trying to turn our eyeballs into mush. Every millisecond counts, and a crystal clear view of the track is our lifeline. This is where IndyCar's aero screen shines. Well, almost. The canopy's made of this super strong, crystal clear polycarbonate that minimizes distortion, but even a tiny imperfection or a mid-race smudge on the screen could spell disaster. Think about it. You're battling for position. A daring maneuver hinges on seeing a narrow gap on the track. A dirty or fogged up screen could be the difference between a podium finish and a DNF, did not finish. F1 needs a future-enclosed cockpit design that offers both exceptional impact protection and an unimpeded view, no matter what the weather throws at them, rain, hail, or a rogue tire shred. Then there's the weight issue. Formula 1 is a sport obsessed with shaving off every single gram to squeeze out maximum speed and performance. A bulky enclosed cockpit would be like strapping a backpack full of bricks onto the car. It throws off the car's delicate weight distribution and handling. Imagine cornering at insane speeds in a car with twitchy steering and unpredictable handling. Yikes! F1 engineers would have to work their magic, finding clever ways to compensate for this added weight without compromising on performance or safety in other areas. It's a delicate balancing act on the racetrack, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Let's not forget the fire-breathing elephant in the room: driver cooling. Here's the thing. These drivers are already battling extreme heat from the engine and the blistering sun beating down on the tarmac. Stick them in a closed cockpit, and it could feel like they're piloting a high-speed oven. IndyCar has experimented with nostril designs to channel air to the driver's feet and legs, and even built-in cooling systems that pump air directly into the helmet. It's a complex problem that requires innovative solutions. F1 will need to address this head-on if they're seriously considering enclosed cockpits. But let's face it, the cockpit debate isn't just about numbers and technical specifications. There's a human element to consider too. Formula 1 thrives on the raw connection between driver and machine, the sense of vulnerability that pushes these athletes to their absolute limits. Some fans argue that a closed cockpit might take away from that exhilarating open-air experience, that iconic image of a driver battling the elements behind the wheel. It's a valid point, but let's not forget, safety should never be an afterthought in a sport with such inherent risks. Finding a way to bridge the gap between high-tech protection and that open-air spirit is the ultimate challenge. The good news? Both F1 and IndyCar are constantly pushing the boundaries of safety innovation. The FIA, F1's governing body, and IndyCar are working together, sharing data and research on their respective cockpit protection systems. It's like a tag team effort, where they learn from each other's successes and challenges. This collaboration is key in the ongoing quest to find the ultimate balance between safety, practicality, and that quintessential F1 open-wheel feel. So, does IndyCar's aero screen win the cockpit debate by a knockout? Not necessarily. Think of it like this. They're on different branches of the same evolutionary tree. The aero screen offers a compelling solution for IndyCar, addressing their specific needs and racing conditions. F1, on the other hand, is taking a different approach, refining the halo design and constantly exploring new possibilities. They're tinkering with the design, making the halo sleeker and more integrated with the car's overall design. It might sound like a minor detail, but in Formula 1, aesthetics matter. A clunky halo sticking out like a sore thumb disrupts the car's sleek lines. Imagine a perfectly sculpted F1 car with a halo that looks like it was bolted on as an afterthought. Not exactly a thing of beauty, is it? But the engineers aren't just playing with looks here. A sleeker halo could offer some aerodynamic advantages too, reducing drag and potentially boosting a car's performance by a fraction of a second. That might not sound like much, but in the world of F1, where hundredths of a second separate victory from defeat, it can be the difference between a podium finish and a disappointing mid-pack result. It's a win-win situation. Safety that looks good and goes fast. The ultimate combination in Formula 1. But here's the million-dollar question. Will F1 ever fully embrace a closed cockpit design like IndyCar's aero screen? Buckle up, because it's a complex issue with no easy answers. There are undeniable safety benefits. We've seen that firsthand with the Halo's life-saving interventions in crashes like Charles Leclerc's terrifying shunt at Spa in 2018 and Romain Grosjean's fiery ordeal in Bahrain last year. These close calls serve as stark reminders of the inherent risks involved in pushing high-powered machines to their absolute limits. Imagine the impact a closed cockpit could have had on Jules Bianchi's tragic accident in 2014, a sobering thought that keeps the debate about improved protection at the forefront of Formula One. However, there are also technical hurdles to overcome, like the cooling challenges we mentioned earlier. Picture this: you're strapped into a car hurtling down the track at 200 miles per hour, battling G-forces that try to turn your organs into mush. Now, throw in a closed cockpit and a lack of proper ventilation. It would be like piloting a high-speed oven. F1 engineers would need to develop innovative cooling systems to keep drivers from overheating, ensuring they can perform at their peak without succumbing to heat exhaustion. Imagine cutting-edge helmet ventilation systems working in tandem with strategically placed air ducts throughout the cockpit, creating a cool and comfortable environment for drivers without compromising the overall aerodynamic design of the car. It's a complex puzzle, but one that F1's brightest minds are surely working tirelessly to solve. Let's not forget the unique character of Formula One. There's a certain mystique, a raw connection between driver and machine. That's part of the sport's DNA. Some fans argue that a closed cockpit might take away from that exhilarating open-air experience, that iconic image of a driver battling the elements behind the wheel. It's a valid point. After all, watching these fearless athletes push themselves to the limit, centimeters from the ground and exposed to the elements, is a big part of what makes Formula One so captivating. There's a sense of vulnerability that pushes these drivers to their absolute limits, a constant reminder of the incredible skill and courage required to compete at this level. So, the challenge for F1 lies in finding the sweet spot, a solution that prioritizes driver safety without sacrificing the essence of the sport. Maybe the answer lies somewhere in the middle. Who knows? Perhaps future F1 cars will incorporate a hybrid design, a sleek halo for core protection, with a detachable or retractable aeroscreen for added protection in specific weather conditions like heavy rain or hail. It's a fascinating possibility, and one that F1's innovation engine is surely exploring. Imagine a car that transforms based on the race conditions, a true testament to engineering ingenuity. One minute, it could be a sleek open-wheeled machine. The next, a car with an enclosed cockpit for maximum protection during a downpour. This adaptability would be a game-changer, allowing F1 to prioritize safety while maintaining the unique character of the sport. Think about the logistical challenges this would entail: designing a lightweight, yet robust, aero screen that can be seamlessly attached and detached during pit stops. The possibilities are endless, and it's an exciting time to be a Formula One fan. So, gearheads, what do you think? Should F1 stick with the halo and refine it further, or is it time to embrace a more enclosed cockpit design? Is the aero screen the way to go, or is there a better solution out there waiting to be discovered? The future of F1 cockpit design is wide open, and your voice matters. Together, we can keep the conversation going and push the boundaries of safety in this incredible sport. Let's hear your thoughts in the comments below. Is there anything else you'd like to discuss about F1 car design or safety features? Maybe you have a wild idea for a futuristic cockpit design. Hit us up in the comments. Remember, the world of Formula One is constantly evolving, and who knows what incredible innovations await us on the racetrack. One thing's for sure, the future of F1 is going to be a thrilling ride, with safety and performance pushing each other to new heights. So buckle up, gearheads, and get ready for the next heart-stopping lap.